Reigning and defending WBA welterweight champion of the world, introducing 54 milagros, Yordenis Ugás. And only 8-division champion of the world, introducing the one and the only Manny Pacquiao.
Manny Pacquiao, the boxing legend and 8-division world champion, was set to face undefeated WBC and IBF welterweight champion Errol Spence Jr. on August 21, 2021, at the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas.
He been here before, he done broke records here before, he's a legend of the sport, and it'd be my honor to fight him next.
Pacquiao hadn't fought since his impressive 2019 win over Keith Thurman, and the WBA stripped him of the title.
The ageless wonder, the one and only current WBA welterweight champion of the world, Manny Pacquiao!
Just 11 days before the fight, Errol Spence Jr. had to withdraw after a medical examination revealed he had a retinal tear in his left eye, which required immediate surgery.
Yordenis Ugás is a very competitive guy. He's always eager to fight.
The fight's promotional team scrambled to find a replacement, and Yordenis Ugás, the WBA welterweight champion, stepped in.
As you pointed out, he's got a beautiful jab, and he usually throws two at a time. Pacquiao steps in with punch.
Because he's created the distance that he needs.
Oh, he jumped right in. He's always been able to close that gap. Remember, he fought Juan Manuel Marquez, knocked him down 3. Marquez could not find an answer. Ugas already realizing he's in with a very different guy.
Manny landed a good right hook, and Ugas came back with a stiff jab himself. Yeah, he knows he can't stay on the outside of that long reach.
Well, I mean, you can see Ugas would like to stand there by Pacquiao, and he can see the power, and you have to respect the Pacquiao power. It's just a different rhythm. It's a different equation.
It's going to lead to the success for Ugas.
He jumped in and he got pushed down. Obviously not a knockdown as we end round number 1.
Pacquiao throwing a decoy jab, left hand, and then again.
I agree, but the thing that I liked about Ugas was he wasn't afraid to
jabs. And not only that, it's an effortless double jab. He's fought, I mean, no one's going to stack up to Pacquiao, professional. A pro at the age of 16 at 98 pounds. Pacquiao is still the more menacing fighter.
Ugas is not really not working in a better power punches that he should be throwing.
Still busy with his hands. Ugas outlanding Pacquiao so far in this fight.
Manny, and he's getting hit with the jab. We can't ignore the fact that...
Have to land that big shot. But another thing Ugas is doing, Sean, and you know most of the conventional
landing, Ugas is much more accurate. 45 seconds to go here in round number 2. Pacquiao jumps in. Pacquiao has to respect that right hand coming up the middle.
Yeah, and again,
there it is.
Pacquiao.
Stop. He has outlanded Manny Pacquiao through 2.
So, I mean, keep using that jab, but follow up with something off of that. You know, he's got to keep his hands busy.
On the jab connects 17-6 in favor of Yordenis Ugás as Pacquiao jumps in with a jab immediately. But to be there and gain his respect.
Because right now, Ugas is not busy. Don't you agree?
No, he's not busy this in the second than he is now here in the third. Puzzle to solve.
Good
right there.
Good right hand there by Ugas. Comes in. Counter jab back in. That right hand gets his attention. Another right hand by
Cuban hook. It's like a right. It's not straight, but it's not a hook.
And then come down the middle with it eventually.
And guess what? Manny isn't using his feet. He uses his legs and give Ugas a different look.
What's the look you're looking for?
I'm looking for in and out. I'm looking for pivots.
Pacquiao backs Ugas up to the ropes. They'll have to make this a war. If you stand at distance, it'll end up like that. Ugas is able to fight at distance.
He wouldn't move his feet very well, and we knew that we would have a good chance.
Pacquiao was not moving around the ring, you're right. Not mobile. He was very mobile 2 years ago.
You know what it looks like?
Big hook right there.
Again
you know what it looks like to me? Looks to me like he just wants to bowl. He wants to go get him.
He wanted a piece of Ugas there, no question about it. We're through 3 rounds in Las Vegas.
Okay. Right here is this is what I call it, a Cuban right hook. And then right there again, the jab is what's going to lead Ugas to a success. Manny's saying, hey.
I don't think he's interested in science. as much as he is.
Throwing 25 jabs per round in this fight, and that's a beautiful double jab. Again, I thought everything on social media was true. Look at Pacquiao go to work again.
Pacquiao's giving the judges right now. There's a good right hand. He jabs high to take the position away. That was right on the belt line. So
I thought it was fine. Watching it back on replay, I think Russell Moore. And it was a warning, not a point taken away.
okay, that's the.
I tell you what Ugas is doing that I'm surprised by.
He seems to want to mix it up, and that's probably his best chance for victory tonight against a game Yordenis Ugás.
Well, Ugas' Mora didn't say anything there, although Manny just touched his belt like, hey, it's low again.
Right hand.
And Manny can't time the jab. You see, every time Manny gets hit with the jab, puts his hands down.
Three jabs by Pacquiao and a little turn and a little left hand.
And there's an answer.
Ugas came back with the right hand.
He bent down, that knee touch, and action-packed so far.
We got Ugas countering the jab by Pacquiao, then he throws another jab, backs up Pacquiao, and then shoots that right hand right in the
You deal with the double jabs. Again, that is a long, effortless double jab that Ugas throws.
I'm telling you, so.
You used the ring, is what you did.
Exactly.
Sean, of course, you know.
But I got Pacquiao ahead, 39-27. Look, he may not have the quick legs anymore, but he's got those fast hands. And nobody's really landing anything of great. 39-27, 37.
Larry, thank you. By the way, punches landed. It is, but also his face is marked up a bit. I mean, those jabs are not just
below both eyes. But I agree with Larry in the sense he's like making.
Those jabs are landing too. That right hand lands by Ugas, then doubling up on the jab in the right hand. Three-punch combination, just a bit, which favors Ugas. Whacks with the right hand. Jordan Plant is in Ugas' corner. Jordan, what do you have in the previous Ugas fight, where he had a point taken away by Mora by giving the warning, giving Manny a little bit of time. It was a shade low on his belt.
40 seconds left hands. And a couple of jabs just like that. And there goes Ugas back. That was blocked though. He does not want to lose. Neither guy does, obviously.
Yeah, Manny knows how to win fights. It's the 5th round, which is why I'm not concerned than Manny Pacquiao.
Shinky is looking on. She can barely look. A big exchange there by Pacquiao. He wants to make this a war.
Look, we got a jab right here from Ugas.
Right.
This is what's helping him win this fight. After this exchange, look, boom, the counter immediately.
And Manny Pacquiao has thrown at least 15 more punches in every round. But one key stat, if you look 23, and that jab and that double jab, a big difference. Off the jab, Pacquiao though with the energy. And to your point, Joe, that he's got energy, he's landing shots. Larry Hazard loves that.
That right hand lands, it's a hook coming around.
And gets to put out that long jab.
He does, but he spends a lot of time. Again, Manny's taking his time, but I
no question.
I'll tell you what I like about Ugas, Joe. I like the fact that Ugas is giving different looks. You see that right there? And then sometimes he's willing to stay right there, just like that, and counter.
Cutting right hand once again. See punches landed very close. Right hand took on the challenge of Yordenis Ugás, who he knows is for real.
Going to give Ugas a lot more incentive to do what he's doing. I think that's what he should be doing more of, meeting the challenge of Ugas.
Just like that, he's going to be able to keep him at distance, land that right hand. He lands the right hand there as well. And we are halfway through this fight. Let's go upstairs. Kate Abdo.
Ugas is doing good with the jab, but the jab's not going to win you fights.
But he's got to make this a firefight in order to gain some momentum.
Yeah, look, I liked what Keith said. I'm more in concord. You know, he throws those flurries. He makes it looks good. I think right hand or more power punches. And I don't think anyone's running away with it.
No question. Yeah, flurry there by Pacquiao. Most of those shots blocked. Ugas was able to land that right hand.
He's got good radar. He knows what's coming. And then he slips and he comes back with stuff. So, you know...
Are you incurring on the other fighter? Those shots are landing from Ugas.
Look at that right there.
Round number 7, scheduled for 12. Ugas able to move Pacquiao back just a bit. Pacquiao fires back, tries to get close.
For your next punch.
Yeah, don't waste a good jab. I like that.
Pacquiao is not closing the gap. Then he allows Ugas to pick his spots, favoring Ugas. Right hand lands from Ugas. Another right hand. You wonder how much energy does this man, can he pick up the pace? Can he slip it into another gear at his age?
Oh, because Dame is my guy. And I know he would be talking about me.
Well, you know, that's all well and good. But right now,
I'm just saying, he knows
buddy.
me.
Came back, shocked the world. was able to outpoint, split decision over Keith Thurman, who's here with us tonight. That gave him momentum in that fight against Keith Thurman. Right hand lands from Ugas.
I tell you what, I'll say where Yordenis Ugás. So I feel like it's getting later in this, and it could.
So far in this round, I got Ugas ahead right now. We'll see how this round ends. 67, 66.
Yeah, no,
thank you. Yeah, no, look, I think
he
it's
is
been
coming
close
back.
throughout.
Whoever felt like Manny Pacquiao was controlling this fight and
not controlling. Nobody said that word.
I know
was
that.
at the beginning of the fight, Pacquiao was throwing the combinations in and on. He's throwing the hard shots behind the jab. Nobody's going to deny that. He's fighting more.
Exactly. Too much moving straight backwards for Manny Pacquiao.
Pacquiao tries to come back and inside of his head. Ugas has been able to have all the answers here against Manny Pacquiao. Good hard right hand by Ugas. There's that right hand. James, Ray Robinson, Thomas Delorme, Omar Figueroa, Mike Dallas Jr., Abel Ramos, inexplicably touch gloves to re-engage. You see power punches in favor of Ugas, 45 to 32. That's 12. And Manny Pacquiao once again being put to the test. That's what tank with Manny Pacquiao. Face is marked up a bit. The energy level a bit on the wane.
Right. I'll tell you the truth, even if he's busy at times, he cannot land a clean shot where I think Ugas is now.
Well, Manny energy's up a little bit this round, and he's changing the rhythm a little bit.
You're going to lose this fight if you don't win these next few rounds. We're in the 9th round right now.
He can go through a wall through his whole career.
Well, I felt like that was what he did against Keith Thurman. I felt like then Keith came on late at the end and far behind.
Ugas with the combination. And not only that, it keeps Pacquiao back. Pacquiao tries and box the way he wants to box.
Look at that. I mean, that's a beautiful counter off of Manny's counter punching by Ugas. You know, he's capable of that, and there he is, switching up the right hand. Look, there's no doubt he's having a much better second.
And have Pacquiao stand right in front of him. And he could be winning all these rounds.
Remember, you can do whatever you want in this fight.
Favor. But, you know, Salas is not going to relunch him.
But again, he's older now. He's 42.
I'll tell you what, I like the coaching right there from Silas.
Exchange now. Maybe this is Pacquiao's right hand by Ugas. Right off the jab, too. Put it up as a blinder and comes down with the hammer. Tries with the jab. Some of those shots blocked. Doubling up on the jab. Ugas
Manny getting caught with a clean right hand by
Ugas landed a right hand to the body. Now Pacquiao able to land, come in with the right hand. But coming up, usually that left hand, Joe, that's the one that caught Keith Thurman, knocked him down. Again, the one that drilled Ugas landing now, sending the sweat flying from Pacquiao's head.
From Yordenis Ugás in this fight. Moments where he did that right there. And then there's one more where he'll stay and exchange. So different ways of defending Manny Pacquiao's punches has kept Manny guessing.
Good hard right hand off the Pacquiao, able to land his jab. He knows he's going to have to force the action.
Yeah, Pacquiao landed hard and Ugas landed hard. There was a short right hook by Pacquiao. That was about it. Flush right down the middle with a jab. And he's going to hook right around that hand again. And then here's Ugas again. He's having a good second half of the fight.
I think the feint's going to open some things up for Manny.
Pacquiao just does not present the same threat to Ugas here. Again, Ugas in this weight class obviously has the power when they exchange each round as the energy is on the wane. Body shot lands for Ugas. Pacquiao plunges forward.
Something done because he knows he's probably behind right now and he's got to get something done.
He's ready for whatever Manny's going to present to him now at this point.
Wow, Pacquiao.
There's one.
Wow, cupping right hand to the side. That's right on the belt right there from Ugas. Straight up the middle with the right hand for Ugas. And you wonder what the future is for Manny Pacquiao. How much is left? We love to see
replacement fighter in Yordenis Ugás, who knew what he was up against, and then you got a guy cement his legacy right here tonight. There you go.
Well, Ugas makes himself a real player, but this kind of puts him on the map of public perception. 1 round to go.
The jab was underutilized by Manny, but it set up that left hand right there, and then Manny.
Final round of this bout. Let's cheer him on as they enter the center of the ring. This is round 12.
Beat both Jamal James and Thomas Delorme on short notice. He got this fight with 11 days notice, so he was ready to go. And here we go, final 2.5 minutes of this fight.
Manny really used head movement, but the head movement to get out of the way of that right hand, and then that right hand.
Yeah, for most of his career, Sean, that head was moving devastated or hurt, but he got knocked sideways on his feet.
No, I think it's fair to say Manny needs a knockout.
Same things that Ugas again got a split decision against Abel Ramos. Made no sense whatsoever. Control in this bout. Right hand again by Ugas.
That right hand is throwing him off balance. He's found a home for it.
And you know what? It's not just age either, because Pat's a smaller fighter. This isn't Big George Foreman at 45.
Right now, he'll go for it.
Oh yeah.
Final 30 seconds. Hard body shot by Ugas.
Hand right there.
They know what's at stake. Ugas letting it for the lifetime when Spence had to bow out. Final 10 seconds. Fans standing on their feet. Ugas believes he has done enough and is at the end of a legend. He's got it reasonably close, 115 to 113. So Ugas able to make his statement late.
¿Quién es el campeón de WBA? Soy yo el campeón de WBA.
I told you, I am the champion of the WBA, and I showed it tonight.
I didn't make an adjustment right away, and also my legs is tight. It's so tight. That's why it's hard to move.
Do you think that's father time? 42 years old, still doing this, man, going the distance here against
all three in favor of the winner and still champion Yordenis